on Fast Track Live, we take a look into Purdue's Hyperloop team that's gearing up for the next competition.
And it's Grand Prix week. Find out how an old tradition is being brought back for the 60th annual race. And later, Connor Hogue has highlights from the baseball and softball games this weekend. Fast Track Live starts now.
Welcome to Fast Track Live. We are coming to you live from the Fast Track Studios, brought to you by the Brian Lamb School of Communication. I'm Molly Shaughnessy alongside Trevor Peters.
The Purdue Hyperloop team is gearing up for their second SpaceX competition this August. The team has been working on their Hyperloop pod since 2015 and is ready to represent Purdue engineering. Fast Track reporter Sarah Cohen met up with the team as they prepare to take off.
Hidden away in Armstrong Hall of Engineering, a team of 9 Purdue students are creating the future of transportation. The Purdue Hyperloop team placed 7th in the SpaceX Hyperloop pod competition in January 2017 and are now creating a faster pod for their upcoming competition in August.
A Hyperloop is like a train, except for it travels much faster, and it'll levitate, likely by magnets. It travels in a large evacuated tube, so the idea is the pressure within the tube will be about 1,000 pascals or so, which is 1/100th of the atmosphere, and that will minimize aerodynamic drag. So it's supposed to be a really efficient high mode of transportation for cargo and people.
All the stuff I've tacked it in, that's good.
And once the pod gets up to a certain speed, the pod will start to levitate in the air, so that will get rid of any drag on the ground from scraping on the bottom. And we do have wheels on the bottom, but it's less drag to just levitate. So once we get up to fast enough speed, we'll levitate in the air and get to the end of the track and eventually apply the brakes and come down. There's also propulsion once we get off of a pusher vehicle that will push us for about 800 feet. We'll coast for a while, and we have propulsion that will drive the wheels, and those will take us to the end, and then we apply the brakes and stop.
The $40,000 Hyperloop pod can reach up to 700 miles per hour and measures in 9 feet in length and 4 feet wide.
It is actually fully student run, which is pretty amazing. They have a faculty advisor, but they put in a lot of hard work and they've made it really far, so they're going to be continuing with the competition. So right now our goal is just to get people to join the class and get sponsors to help us as we continue the competition.
We're student-led, but also had support from faculty and the university. Also right now, one thing that makes us unique is we're cooperating with the university in Spain, Polytechnical University of Valencia.
I think they're a very smart group of individuals, and they are truly making moves for transportation. So I just like to help them and be able to recognize them as much as I can.
The team of students are excited about their invention and contributing to the history of Purdue engineering.
I just wanted to work on a project that was something new. No one has built a Hyperloop before. So working on something that I could say that this hasn't been done, we're the first people to actually develop something like this. That's something that excites me.
Sarah Cohen, Fast Track News.
Purdue's Golden Tap ceremony will be held tonight to honor students who have died during the past year. This is a tradition that dates back to 1994. Golden Taps collaborates with the Office of Dean of Students, University Residences, and the Purdue Student Union Board. Family and friends will gather in the Union Great Hall at 8:45 and proceed to the unfinished Block P in Academy Park outside of Stewart Center for a short ceremony. 7 students will be honored at the ceremony.
And now, Fast Track Sheena Steffen with your weather update.
Well, we started off this month with a lot of rain here and there starting off on the week, and now as we're getting to the end of April, we're seeing less showers into our area. We had some showers Sunday, but as you can tell, those warm temperatures carried over, unlike those showers, and we had a temperature around 70 degrees today, and we'll have a low around 46 tonight. Carry on into the surface map, you can see a lot's happening over to the west, and then that's going to eventually make its way over to our area later on this week. But the rain that we had Saturday has moved off to the east coast and left us with, in between some fronts right here, we have a cold front up above and down below, giving us just a few clouds here and there, but no rain. As we carry on into Tuesday, those will keep continuing to the east. And then closer into our area, we'll have some scattered clouds here and there. Again, rain to the south of us, but it won't be affecting our area at all. As we go ahead and look at tonight, mostly temperatures in the lower 60s to mid 50s. And then carrying on into tomorrow, we'll have partly cloudy skies once again with a high around 75 and a low around 58 on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, we will see another chance of rain, high around 77. That's all I have right now for your current forecast. Tune back later when I talk about your weekend.
When we come back, we take a look into the Purdue Grand Prix tradition that has been brought back for the 60th running and learn how the Purdue Wine and Grape team is helping a growing industry. Stay with us. The Indiana wine industry is one of the fastest growing agricultural industries in the Hoosier State. The Purdue Wine and Grape team reports that Indiana's wine sales have increased by 15% each year and contribute to $72 million in the state's economy. Indiana currently has 92 wineries. Indiana added 34 wineries since 2007. The Purdue Wine and Grape team helps assist the fastest growing industry. For every gallon of wine sold in Indiana, 5% of the excise tax is given to Purdue Wine and Grape team members to help to support the members. This summer, the Wine and Grape team will host the 26th annual Indy International Wine Competition.
A longtime Purdue tradition turns 60 this year. The annual running of the Purdue Grand Prix race will take place this Saturday. Indianapolis Motor Speedway President Doug Bowles will serve as the Grand Marshal for the greatest spectacle in college racing. The green flag is set to drop at 2:30 p.m. at the track off of Cherry Lane and McCormick Road. The Grand Prix Foundation is bringing back an old tradition for this year's race, and for more info, here's Dakota Simon.
It's 2017 Grand Prix week here at Purdue, and students and the public are gearing up for the 60th running of the greatest spectacle in college racing. The committee has brought back a new twist for this year's race in the Queen Court, where 17 women from Purdue are looking to become the first Purdue Grand Prix queen in over 20 years. The Grand Prix committee has decided to bring back their traditional Grand Prix queen in order to reach out to more students who may be interested in the events that surround Grand Prix.
So we definitely, our motto is students helping students. So we always strive to reach as many students as possible. The Queen Court was something that was really popular back in the day. And with it being our 60th anniversary, we thought that it was a great time to bring that tradition back and kind of implement it and try to boost awareness of the race and boost ticket sales.
Beyond the philanthropic events and activities leading up to race day, members of the court are excited just to be in attendance for Saturday's race.
I'm looking forward to going to the race. I've never been, I've never had a reason to go, and it's something I've always wanted to see. So being senior year and being a part of the organization this year, I think it's going to be an awesome experience.
As for the selection of the 2017 Grand Prix Queen, there are a number of factors that go into being awarded this honor.
We've got about 16 girls that are participating. The Queen is selected, a mixture of a formula from campus vote, number of tickets sold, and an on-site interview. So all those factors kind of go into the selection of the Queen that'll be made on the day of the race.
The 2017 race will take place all day Saturday, April 22nd. Dakota Simon, Fast Track Live.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute Bachelor of Science in Computer and Information Technology degree was recently ranked 4th in the nation. The ranking was issued by College Choice, a site offering free online resources helping in the college search. They cited the department's culture of innovation, critical thinking, and creativity. And the ranking noted students majoring in systems analysis and design are more encouraged to minor in fields like finance, agriculture, or healthcare to be prepared for working in specific industries. Students are required to expand their education beyond their specific majors by taking courses in communication, accounting, economics, and professional writing. Several activities and events are planned on Purdue's campus this week to celebrate Earth Day. The ribbon-cutting ceremony for the Whistler Pollinator Garden will take place from 3 to 4 p.m. at the southwest corner of Whistler Hall of Agricultural Research today. The Earth Week Film Festival kicks off tonight at 6 p.m. with a showing of Death by Design in the Cordova Recreational Sports Center's Boilermaker Room. The events continue through Thursday, and all events are free of charge and open to the public.
On Saturday, April 15th, Purdue University hosted its first ever Collegiate Drone Racing National Championship. Georgia Tech won $15,000 worth of prizes and equipment. Georgia Tech beat out 26 other schools. University of California Brinkley came in second. Riddle Aeronautical University Daytona placed in 3rd, and our own Purdue University Drone Club placed in 4th.
Well, Tommy Barrett out today, so Connor Hope stepping in at sports. Connor, rough weekend for baseball and softball.
Yeah, really struggled both teams in Big Ten series. When we come back after the break, find out more. Boilermaker baseball team headed out east to take on the Rutgers Scarlet Knights in a 3-game series this weekend. Purdue was only able to pick up 1 game in the series, defeating Rutgers on Friday 7-6. They fell Saturday and Sunday 7-6 and 8-2. With the loss on Sunday, the Boilermakers fall to 1-7 on those games and have been outscored by an outstanding 78-29 run differential in those 7 losses. Take a look here. It was a windy day. The Boilermakers able to get something going there, as that's Evan Warden with the base hit. You can see, though, the Boilermakers trailing 8-0 in that game. It was really a struggle for Purdue all game long. And on Sunday, for the Boilermakers, it was really the star Ross Leonard with his 23rd consecutive scoreless inning for the Purdue Boilermakers this season. Purdue will be back in action at Alexander Field on Tuesday against the Ball State Cardinals. Heading to the other diamond, the Purdue softball Boilermakers hosted Wisconsin for a 3-game series, but fell to Bucky and the crew 2-1. While weather cut Friday's game short and resumed on Saturday, resulting in a 5-2 victory for the Badgers, Purdue bounced back in that second game to pick up a 5-4 victory on Saturday. Caitlin Moody came in relief of Maddie Damon and pitched a 4 consecutive shutout inning to give the Boilermakers their 6th Big Ten victory of the season. Purdue fell to 17-29 on the season, 6-8 in Big Ten play. Softball will be back in action in Evanston starting Friday with a 3-game series against the Northwestern Wildcats. We head to the links now as the men's golf team hosted their annual Boilermaker Invitational this weekend, putting together several strong rounds to come in second with a 6-over-par final score through that 3-round tournament. Boiler golfers Austin Oaf, Timmy Hildebrand, and Fernando Barco all finished in top 10 for the Purdue Boilermakers. For Oaf, that was his 3rd consecutive top 3 finish, and for Hildebrand, he recorded his 2nd career top 5. Men's golf is off until April 28th when they'll head to Baltimore to take on the rest of the Big Ten in the Big Ten Championships. Now to track and field, where there were several record-breaking performances in Louisville, Kentucky over the weekend. Redshirt junior Savannah Carson broke her own record in the long jump with a final jump of 6.66 meters. That jump is now good for 2nd best in the NCAA this season and also 2nd best in Big Ten history, indoor or outdoor. Elsewhere, Michaela Hazelwood broke a Purdue record with her throw of 56.75 meters. Devin Charlton, though, she was the superstar for the Boilermakers. She won 3 events, the 100-meter hurdles, the 100-meter dash, the 200-meter dash, and then ran the lead leg of the 4x1 meter relay all in about 5 hours. I would be exhausted after that. In total, the Boilermakers added 7 top 10 finishes and will be back on April 21st. Former Purdue Boilermaker K'Wan Short signed a 5-year, $80 million deal with the Carolina Panthers today. Short started 50 games for the Boilermakers, where he amassed 49 tackles for loss, 19.5 sacks, and all of that happening in his 4 years started here for the Boilermakers. Short was drafted in 2013 by the Carolina Panthers, and his 17 sacks over the last 2 seasons ranks him 3rd in the NFL for defensive tackles. Head coach Ron Rivera had this to say about Short, quote, KK consistently affects the quarterback and is strong against the run. The mismatches he creates on defense for us force opponents to be aware of him at all times and give us the edge along the defensive line. He's a great player, but a quality young man who has respect of his teammates in the locker room. He's everything we're looking for in a Panther, end quote. With Jack Owens taking the head coaching position at Miami, Ohio earlier last week, the Boilermakers will have a new face on the bench with head coach Matt Painter. Steve Lutz was announced as the new assistant coach for Purdue last week. Lutz spent 7 seasons at Creighton University as the assistant, where the Blue Jays went 166-82 and had several NCAA tournament appearances. Coach Lutz is widely considered to be a great recruiter as he helped land 5-star center Justin Patton back in 2015. Lutz made a statement about his move to Purdue and said this, quote, I've always had respect for Coach Painter and Purdue University and was thrilled when they gave me the opportunity to join his staff. When you think of Purdue basketball from the outside, you immediately think of the culture, family, toughness, and that's what it represents. I'm excited to dig in and get to work. And Coach Lutz, we're excited to have you here. Now let's stay on the hardwood, but head 60 miles south where the Indiana Pacers took on the Cleveland Cavaliers on Saturday to start Game 1 of the NBA playoffs. Let's take a look at the highlights. And really, it was Paul George here as you take a look, knocking down a three, 29 points with 6 3-pointers. LeBron James had 32 for the Cavs, but here, this was the controversial decision for the Pacers as C.J. Miles decides to take the last-second shot, no good, as the Cleveland Cavaliers defeat the Indiana Pacers, a score of 109-108. The Pacers and the Cavs will be back in action tonight in Cleveland at 7 o'clock on TNT. In baseball, Friday was an emotional day for Wrigley Field as the Chicago Cubs received their 2016 championship rings. The Cubbies pulled off that miraculous comeback after falling down 3-1 against the Cleveland Indians to end that franchise 108-year drought. Now we'll see if they're able to defend their title. When we come back, we will go over to Sheena. We've got the 60th anniversary of the Grand Prix this weekend, and Sheena's going to tell us what it's going to be like this weekend. Stay with us.
And now, Fast Track Sheena Steffen with your weather update.
Well, we are going to see rain again Wednesday, but Thursday and Friday we'll have a little break in the clouds. We'll have mostly sunny skies on Friday, high around 16 and low around 43. And then Saturday and Sunday we will see that rain come back into our forecast. Saturday we're going to see another chance, mostly 70 to 80%, scattered showers throughout the day, and then at night we'll see more of those thunderstorms. High around 58, that's when the temperatures start to drop down, and a low around 47. And then Sunday again rainy, high around 61 and a low around 42. If you're going to Grand Prix, again, we're going to have rain throughout the day, windy most of the day, and then a 70% chance during the day, 80% chance later on that night. And then we'll still have those cooler temperatures around 43 tonight in most of the area. And then looking at your 7-day forecast, you can see that for the majority of the beginning of the week, mostly sunny skies, and then Wednesday the rain. High temperatures until Friday will hit 60, and then they'll start dropping down with rain again this weekend. That's all I have for your weekend forecast.
This year's Pandemonium at Purdue concert took place on Saturday night and featured our artist Speaker of the House, Prism, and was headlined by Dutch DJ San Holo. The event, organized by Purdue Pandemonium, took place on Slater Hill. Local supporting acts also performed in this year's concert.
Fox News host and former prosecutor Judge Janine Pirro will speak at Purdue on Wednesday. She will speak at 6:30 in the Class of 50 lecture hall. The event is free and open to the public. Judge Janine will be speaking on A Day in the New America.
Well, it's Grand Prix week. We're definitely excited here on campus. Our own Connor Hoke will be calling the race this Saturday.
I know. I really hope the weather holds up because, unfortunately, as Sheena said, it's not supposed to be great on Saturday, but we will have a great week throughout.
We'll absolutely see. Four-time champion Jimmy Bailey not in the field this year. He's since graduated, so we're looking for another champion for the greatest spectacle in college racing. Well, that does it for this week's edition of Fast Track Live. I'm Trevor Peters.
And I'm Molly Shaughnessy. For more up-to-date info on Purdue weather, sports, and more, make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter throughout the week. Tune in next Monday for our last show, so have fun and have a great Grand Prix week.
Are we muted?